So I already tried recording this once and got interrupted by the phone. So I'm going to try again and try to keep it a little shorter. So it is Thursday evening, and I'm here to do my update for the week. I'm 16 weeks, 2 days today, which is cool. It feels like 16 weeks is another milestone, and like next it'll be, getting to 20 weeks will be a big deal. And it's been actually a good week, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So the baby this week is growing from being the size of an avocado to the size of a turnip or an onion, depending on what app or website you look at. So it's growing to be about 5 inches long and 5 ounces. So, getting bigger, and apparently going to be having a growth spurt in the next couple of weeks, so that's pretty cool. So this week has been actually kind of turned the corner. It's been a little bit crazy because I was out visiting my sister and then flying home on Sunday and had a ridiculously long day on Sunday, and then my luggage didn't make it, so I didn't have my suitcase until the next day. And so yeah, so it's been a little bit of a crazy week because of all of that. But it's been really good, and it feels like it's finally, things are finally settling down and finally getting better. My morning sickness has finally, knock on wood, pretty much lifted. And part of that, I believe, is due to the fact that that I've switched a medication that I was on, that seemed to be greatly contributing to the morning sickness. So that's helped in and of itself. But then I think just getting to this point, getting to 16 weeks, I'm just far enough along so that it's not as much of an issue. Which is a huge relief, because I was afraid for a while there that I was going to be one of those women who was just sick the whole time. And I was not looking forward to that. I mean, I would manage, but it would not be a fun 9 months. So it's such a relief to finally be feeling better. And the fatigue has also started getting a little better, although that's still definitely there. But I'm actually able to do stuff. I've been able to, go out and run errands much more. I actually made dinner this week, which, I hadn't done that in quite a while. And it just feels like finally I'm getting back to being myself, which is great. It feels like I've just been a zombie for the last, 10 weeks, and now I'm finally getting back to being myself. So that's really good. I'm also the only other symptom that I've noticed this week is more what I am guessing would be round ligament pain. It's more obvious or more noticeable for me on the right side, like down by my hip bone, kind of. And it's just kind of uncomfortable from time to time. It's not all the time, but it just kind of feels like things are stretching and everything. And like if I have to use the muscles around there for anything, it's more pronounced. It definitely picks up then. And I'm also finally not having to get up in the middle of the night to pee anymore, which is nice. I'm getting a little bit more consistent sleep. So that's good. But other than that, nothing has really changed so much. Although, I feel like I always say, oh, that's it, and then I add stuff. But one of the other things is that, and I don't know exactly what this is related to, but I'm doing much better as far as the dizziness and lightheadedness and all of that is concerned. It's funny because I saw my regular doctor, on Monday, and at that point hadn't really noticed the difference yet. But then since then, it's been pretty pronounced that I've been doing much better. I usually get IV fluids every day to kind of help keep me stable and help with those symptoms, because I have issues like that normally. And getting extra fluids helps because, in my case, most likely that stuff is due to having low blood volume. So I think perhaps my blood volume is increasing because of the pregnancy, and that's helping with the symptoms, but I'm not really sure. So I basically, at this point, this is the 5th day that I've gone without IV fluids. And at first, it started out that I wasn't getting fluids because I had stupidly packed my IV pump in my suitcase that got lost and didn't get to me until the day after I got home. So that was originally why I wasn't doing it. But now I've just continued not doing them because I'm feeling relatively good. You know, I don't think it's something where I'm going to be able to continue not doing them. You know, I'm going to do them here and there and just kind of see how things are going. But it's interesting. This is the longest that I've gone without IV fluids in quite a while. So so it's encouraging. So I'm hoping that will continue. As far as food stuff goes, now that the morning sickness is lifted, I can actually eat. I can focus on eating more healthy stuff, and I feel like I'm eating like all the time, which is a nice change from feeling like I don't want to eat ever. So like the only big thing that I've really wanted over the last week has been tacos, which I don't see as a bad craving, because it can be a pretty healthy thing if you do it, you know, depending on how you do it. But so I've had tacos a few times, and the only other thing is I've wanted cold fruit punch. Excuse me, it needs to be like really cold and not like Hawaiian punch fruit punch, but like real fruit juice fruit punch. So I got a package of juice boxes, of fruit punch Minute Maid juice boxes, and I've been having those every once in a while, and they're, you know, it's kind of just a nice, light, refreshing little thing to grab. Nothing different as far as aversions go. I have finally started gaining some weight. When I got back from my trip, I thought that I had actually gone a few pounds over my pre-pregnancy weight, but it seems like that's not actually the case. I'm just basically about back to my pre-pregnancy weight. So that means that, you know, I lost like 4 pounds at the beginning, and now I've gained those 4 pounds back, possibly plus, you know, half a pound or a pound. So, so that's really good and encouraging. I was beginning to think I was never going to gain weight. So, so yeah, so that's really good. And I feel like my belly is more pronounced. Nobody else sees it, including my husband, but I really feel like I'd like to have a bit of a belly. And like I asked him when I got back from my trip, I said, you know, oh, do you notice a difference? He's like, no, it doesn't look different. I'm like, this can't be how my stomach looks normally. Like, I don't feel like this is how my stomach looks normally. So, I'm looking forward to getting to the point where it's actually noticeable. So, alright, I'm going to move things around a little bit and try to figure out where to do the belly shot from. Okay, let's see. Sorry. So let's see if we can set this up here. Don't mind the mess in the room. We're trying to rearrange stuff and clean it up. So here's with the shirt and everything. And here's without it. It's not really, doesn't really look like much from the front, I don't think. But, you know, it definitely, I feel like there's definitely more down here. So, yep. So that's it. So yeah, so that's my update for the week, and I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you for next week. Bye.